Look at that pile of stuff. What do you think I'm making today? I've been through the cupboards and I'm going to make a meatloaf. I'm not a big meatloaf fan, but I'm going to try my version of a meatloaf. I've tried it before, but we're going to give it another shot. I've got about 3 pounds of hamburger. I have got some orange pepper and that I froze this summer. I got an egg. I got some garlic, onion, olive oil, some oregano, of course some hot sauce, paprika, black pepper, some breadcrumbs, salt, barbecue sauce, and an egg. Then I've got some habanero cheddar cheese, and I've got some hot pepper blend cheese, a white cheese. I don't know exactly what type that is. But anyhow, I'm going to saute up the garlic, the onions, and the peppers. Let me get that done, and then we'll mix this concoction up and see what it turns out like. As one great American once said, let's roll. First we're going to add these peppers, the onion, and the garlic that I sauteed in olive oil. Got a nice yellow color to that. And then we're just going to start dumping stuff in. Paprika. Hungarian, so I gotta have paprika in there. Let's put some black pepper in there. And let's dump it out the other end here. Yeah, there we go. Some black pepper in there. Let's put some salt. I'm gonna put some oregano. Gonna put some basil. I'm gonna put some honey in there. Try to keep it away from where I just put those dry spices in it because I don't want it to clump up. That's enough of that. I'm gonna add some Parmesan cheese to it. Add egg. Add a little barbecue sauce. And a little habanero cheddar. And a little bit of hot pepper cheese. Now I did fry those vegetables in olive oil, but I'm going to put just a little more olive oil in it. And I'm going to stir it together, and when I get done stirring it together, I'll bring you back when I start adding breadcrumbs, because really breadcrumbs are what make it the right consistency. So let me stir this together a little bit, and I'll bring you back here in a second. Alright, sorry, I brought you back a little early. I forgot. Throw a little hot sauce in there, and then a little cayenne pepper. Alright, now I'm going to stir it up, and when I get ready to add the breadcrumbs, I'll bring you back. Sorry about that. Alright, we got a little stirred up, and it's moist, as you would expect, so let's sprinkle some breadcrumbs. I don't like to put a lot of breadcrumbs in there, because I don't want it to taste bready. I don't want it to taste like meat bread. I almost said meatloaf. Maybe that's it. Maybe I don't want it to taste like meatloaf. I think that's still just a little too wet, so... There you go. That's going to get where we want to be. Alright. Yeah, that'll do it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this sit. I'm going to let that meat season up. Probably I'm going to let it sit for an hour or two. And then I'll get it put in a greased pan. When I get ready to do that, I'll bring you back. But right now I'm just going to let it sit out on the counter here at room temperature and gather all those spices, let all that stuff congeal together, and then we'll cook this thing up and see if we made anything. Alright, I got a greased dish here. Okay, spray stuff, you know. And I got the meat mixture. You can still let this stuff sit in the refrigerator as long as you want. I've let it sit out on the counter. It's been sitting out about, I don't know, 30, 45 minutes. Just kind of coming up at room temperature. Actually, if I could, if I had more time, putting it in the
refrigerator for 3 or 4 hours. It wouldn't be a bad idea, but we don't have the time, so I want to have it for dinner tonight. So what we're going to do, put that in that pan good. Smells good, I'll tell you that. I got the oven on 325. I'm going to cook it for about probably an hour and a half. Pull it out, check it, and I'm going to kind of take it one step at a time. But before I put it in the oven, I am going to cook it covered to begin with. Put a nice coating of barbecue sauce on this. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. Alright, well, I'm going to spread that sauce out. You want to just get it as even as you can. Paint it down there real pretty. Slide it in the oven, like I said. Put it in the oven 325 for... We're going to start out with, like I say, about an hour and a half. We'll pull it out, see what it looks like, decide what to do from there. Hopefully, oh man, did I just screw up. Did you see what I did? Huh, okay. Well, let me fix that up, get the lid on it, get it in the oven, and I'll bring y'all back. Alright, it's been in the oven for about an hour and a half. Let's pull this lid off, see what we've got. Huh. Look at that. That looks pretty good, to be honest with you. But I think what I'm going to do now I'm going to pull that grease off there. So, I got one of these. Turkey baster. I'm looking for something to put this grease in. Use one of Meg's coffee cups. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pull this off. Let me get this grease pulled off of here, and then I'm gonna sauce it up and put it back in the oven. I'll bring you back when I do that, though. All right, that looks pretty good. To be honest with you, I'm impressed with it. So let's sauce it up one last time. And then we're going to put it in the oven for about, let's say 20 minutes, uncovered. Oh yeah, look at that. That's going to be good. I'll tell you what, it smells good. I really wish y'all could smell it. So let me get it thrown back in the oven, still on 325, and I'm going to put it in there for about another 20 minutes. We'll pull it out and see what we got. Let me start by saying that I ended up using that rendering off this the stuff I drew out with the turkey baster. I just brought it to a boil and stirred a little flour in and made kind of a gravy, and man, that stuff turned out pretty good. Now I've got the meatloaf out of the oven. It looks good. I'm gonna let it cool. Probably let it sit for 30 minutes or so to cool down a little bit, and I got some potatoes. I'll serve it up and we'll do a taste test, see how it turned out. I'm sorry, this is the first time this has happened. I screwed up the first taste test. I have, like I said, you can see I got the gravy on there. I got some potatoes. I got the meatloaf. You can see what that meatloaf looks like. Man, is this stuff good? Holy smokes, that is good. I can't stop eating it. That's the way you want to do it, folks. You like, even if you don't like meatloaf, try it that way. I'm not a big fan of it. I haven't probably made 2 or 3 meatloafs in my life, but I've never had one turn out like that. And that was just from going through the cupboards and picking out what I thought would taste good. So give it a shot. I hope you try. I hope it turns out for you. Remember, you don't have to be a king to eat like one, and I prove it. Thanks.